There we go. Okay. What's up, everybody? Okay. Yes, sir. Caleb, that's it. What's up? Okay. And now we're streaming. Okay. What's up, everybody? This is Yogi Chris. I'm just giving you some updates. What's up, Soft Like Water? We're live on Instagram, one of the TikTok accounts. I need another device so I can go on both TikTok accounts. And we're live on Stoic Temple YouTube and the Facebook, in addition to some of our Facebook groups. So we have new bases that have opened up, and this is interesting situation that's happened on planet Earth with the IMC movement. Is originally AZD comes out and he says, you shouldn't live with your woman. But if you want to have a happy, healthy, long-lasting, seductive relationship, not just like you're gritting your teeth and you're lasting it out with I just realized the AirPod's still on. You guys might have really great audio. How's the audio there, Caleb? Because I've never really streamed with the AirPod in. I forgot that it was in my ear because the hat was distracting my senses. So let me know. And Soft Like Water, where are you from? Where are you streaming from? Where are you coming from? And the guys that don't know me, I'm Yogi Chris, because this is on TikTok and Instagram. Maybe you didn't know. You know, these accounts are dedicated to AZD, aka Arash. The Pardivas are the AZD. And we put the clips that I get my staff members like Tyler to put the clips of his lectures, some of the sound bites out to you. Of course, there's a lot of things withheld from you because it's a public, open, profile. So some things can't be said, like personal information, certain names when he's talking about his girlfriends, which he has many, anything sexual. So a lot of those good stuff, like when you hear about his girlfriends, you're hearing like some real seduction. That's the real plot line of his life. When you're, hearing about anything sexual, obviously, like a lot of experience in the guy, any younger guy, young buck would love to hear from a top player, like anything he says sexually. But those we don't put out publicly so you're getting the publicly acceptable sound bites. And that's what these accounts are. I'm Yogi Chris. I created these accounts and I live with AZD and I run most of the business on the men's side. So part of the innovations that happened right around the time that I became really immersed in the business, AZD asked me to recruit guys for camps and higher level trainings and things. And within less than a year, we had already had, around that same time, actually. Is that right? Okay, about 8 months after that, he comes up with the idea of a base, and we were going to do a base in Hollywood, California. Then it changed. A few months later, some guys started moving to San Jose, and we moved into a base. So rewind a few months. He was the first I ever heard anybody say, don't live with your woman if you want long-lasting relationships. And he's got some very long-lasting relationships with some very beautiful women, and it's mutually seductive, and it on goes. So you're not just that's what I'll say. You're not just gritting your teeth and like fucking weathering the relationship for the end of your life, like our parents do. They just, if they're even still together, like the best situation that you have on planet Earth, if your parents are still together while you're an adult, is they're just gritting their teeth and trying to last it out until they die. Basically, every now and then they might have some moments of like romance or whatever, but there's a lot of arguing and bickering. There's a lot in my relationships. There's a lot more romance than arguing. That's for sure. And, so AZD is the first to say, don't live with your woman. So guys that come to IMC, that's probably one of the first, assuming they're listening to the clips of AZD and they're like resonating with it. They're not so put off by all the tattoos and, his kind of angry, charismatic style of teaching. Then one of the first things that I'll put them off as they get closer and come in touch with the teachings is going to be, can hear a little noise through it. Okay, well, let me take the AirPod out. And then, are you still on? Let me just make sure you're still on. Yeah, you are still on. Okay, so now let me know if that changes anything. Faraz, what's up, man? You joined my Telegram group, so you could even be on Zoom. Also, Caleb, you could join my Telegram group. I made the story about it in the story for this account, so you could join my Telegram group. And that's where I post the Zoom links. If you ever want to join Zoom, Zoom. Okay. Oh, shit, I'm streaming to IMC TV. I didn't mean to do that, so that's too bad. I'm going to delete that later, actually, because it's someone else's channel. So AZD is the first to say, don't live with your woman. And that's going to be the first piece of information that guys that come into it. It's fine for a bachelor or a guy that's single or already doesn't live with his girl. But a lot of guys, they live with their girls. A lot of guys are married. that are interested, of course, they're interested in AZD and this stuff. And they see that as a huge hurdle. Like, how am I going to get through that? Well, you don't have to. You will see that your evolution is stunted if you're living with a woman. You're not going to be able to evolve as fast as we do. And you could also look to other guys in the group as an example. They're married. There's a lot of guys married. I told this guy, he was messaging in UK today. I feel like I'm married. I don't know that I could learn AZD stuff. I'm like, the top guys in IMC besides me, Captain Chris Lopez, Kusei Kingpin, Kusei Powerhouse. These are like the highest ranking guys in IMC next to Brian Casella. Brian Casella is there, but so there's me, and then there's boom, boom, boom. The next three guys in line, and I'm right under the founder. The next three guys are married with kids. They've moved. One still lives with his wife. Two have moved out and based up. And we do see the effect difference, how it changes their evolution. But also the guy that's living with his wife, hella handled his wife, hella handled the relationship. They all have kids, handled that, and that's inhibiting a man's freedom and his evolution. So let's see here. Oh, I'm on AZD_IMC. I knew that's why there was low attendance. I meant to be on Bible of Arash. Guys, I'm going to end it here, actually, because I want to be on Bible of Arash. It's a way better account for streaming. Hell yeah. I knew something was up. Okay, 1 second while I switch this account. Oh, I can't even. I see. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to go live on Instagram on this account, actually. And then I'll go live on the other TikTok account on my cell device there. I wonder if I can go live on Instagram while I'm already going live on Instagram. Najim, Star of Truth in Long Beach. Online right now. Let's see. New IMC bases. Vegas and Los Angeles. Copy at title. All right, we'll end it here. I'm going to go live again right now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're live on the Instagram right here. Cool. And this is new bases in Vegas and Los Angeles. Right on, right on. And then we come over here to Tickety 2. And we'll get it going here. New IMC bases. Vegas and that's fine. Couldn't add the S because it was one too many characters, but I think people know Los Angeles. What's up? Okay, TikTok. Hey, Faraz, you're back. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, so we have new bases in Vegas. A base was purchased. So this is going to be our second property now that's owned by IMC that IMC guys will be moving into. That's very exciting. I kind of skipped forward. So AZD is the first to come out and say, don't live with your woman. Then he comes out and says, guys live together. Now, some guys have a problem with that because they're little baby bottle bitch boys. They think that you're not a man if you live with other men. Oh, but you're a man if you live with a fucking woman? Is that what makes you a man? Oh, no, you're more of a man if you live by yourself. Is that what you're saying? That makes you more of a man? Because I know that me and my 3 friends that I live with are a lot more dangerous when we walk together down the street. I know that there's a lot more security in new girls coming over when there's 3 of us living together. I know that there's a lot more resources here. I know that there's a lot more that can be done. My fighting training partners I live with. My business partners that I work with, I live with. The guys I go out and get chicks with, I live with. Like, this is so integrated. How am I less of a man? Oh, because I haven't grown up yet? Well, grow up. What are some measures of grown up? More money? Well, I make more money than you. To that guy that was a hater. And if I don't make more money than you, then let's do all the other measures besides money, because there are 15-year-olds that make millions of dollars on Amazon or something. Like, Besides money, what would make you more of a man? More maturity. Mature in what way? Like, how do you measure that? Emotional maturity? No, it's going to be quality of relationships with your parents, with everybody in your community, and of course with women. And there's a lot of guys that have quality, quote, quality relationships with their parents and their community, but they're dorks. They're a bunch of nice guys. They don't get women. And that's actually showing the very superficial and weak quality of their relationships with their parents and with people in their community. They're pushovers. Because if you're not a pushover and you have great relationships with your community and with your family, you're going to have a bunch of chicks. Because why wouldn't they want that? It's actually rare to have a man who makes money, who's quality relationship with his parents and his community. Dude, I mean, if you're not a pushover, so that's the key. How do you mean not a pushover? Well, you know, it's gonna be hard to just like describe that in the sense that, you know, it's a lived experience. When you live with other guys, for example, that's one of the things that you got to sort out. Because if you're a pushover, you're not going to get along with a bunch of other guys, unless they're all pushovers, and then you're not going to get along together. You're just going to go into your rooms and play video games all day, and a bunch of weak beta men. So it's a ability to stand up for yourself physically and verbally. It's an ability to understand other people physically and verbally, and to call out what's invisible in the environment. It's ability to handle your own business and your own state of mind. That's a pushover, because a pushover is all emotional and weak or whatever. So if you're not a pushover, then you're handling your state of mind. You're handling your emotions. And that's what's an ingredient that guys, they don't get if they're not around bases. And the bases, they don't even get if they're not around Arash. We're around Arash. We earn that right by our dedication and training years before the base operation even began. So we were all about this lifestyle, even when we didn't have the opportunity to live with Arash. I created that. So I found the base. I got the guys together. We moved in. And now the movement keeps expanding. We have a new base purchased in Vegas, a new base opened in Los Angeles where 3 guys are already living together. I got a guy in UK that's talking about coming to San Jose to get his training. There's like 5 or 6 guys in UK and a bunch of other people on TikTok and Instagram messaging me that say they're from UK. If they do join up to Alpha Academy, they're going to have some senior individuals ahead of them in the training that live right around the corner from them. It's a great idea to come and get the training and base up in UK. Diamond Bavel, Robert Talaga, JNR, JR Roberts. Who else is in UK? I got Sultan in the background here. There's someone else in UK that I'm missing right now.
Willis?
Who?
Daniel Willis.
No, he's in New Zealand. Widjon, that like skinny black guy.
Yeah.
I forget his real name. I know these guys by social handles, you know, that he's there. And then, you know, a couple other guys are talking about it. And, oh, the way I wear my glasses, these are my blue blockers, guys, biohacking. So that's a great thing to move into a base. So what was I saying? The lifestyle. Oh, so being on your emotional control, the creating your state of mind. It's not that emotions come and go. You can't just like control them like that, but your state of mind, how do you shift your state of mind? I heard Arash say that not long ago. It's one of the primary skills and abilities that we have in IMC Nation, above other companies, movements, other schools of philosophy, other lifestyles. I mean, the real estate world and the insurance world and I don't know what other worlds there are that really, the music world, artist world, like there's a world of people where they have masterminds, they have leaders, they have gatherings, they have all that stuff. Their mindset is weak. Love the picture in the back. Right on, right on. Living here at IMC Base 1 with AZD. You know, I'm Yogi Chris, run IMC Nation, captain. And, you know, their philosophies are weak, so they may be skilled in this or that, but their ability to shift their state of mind is lacking. How, like, that's what we're doing with biohacking now, how the inputs and sensory inputs and food, nutritional inputs and all that affects your system in a way that you may be creating conflicts in your life. You may be miscommunicating, you may be lacking rest. Your brain may be foggy and all these things from very obvious inputs around you. But AZD bridges that invisible divide between nutrition and sleep and rest and other daily habits, and communication and relationships. Those are also feeding your mind. The quality, where everybody from? Who's everybody? Everybody on TikTok or me? Because I'm in San Jose, I live with AZD, and that's what the stream is about, is the movement. Zane, Olivier, Where are you from, Zane Olivier? You know, and where did you discover Arash? How long have you been studying? How do you know about? You're from South Africa. The staff member who created the other big TikTok account. No. This one, Bible of Arash, actually. He lives in South Africa. You get it? IMC South Africa. You should get on Alpha Academy, brother, so I can introduce you guys. Okay, that's the daily beginner program. $97 for 30 lectures a month, plus hundreds of recordings. From AZD, the guy that you're, not me, from AZD, the guy that you joined this account for. Okay? So when you live with other guys and they're hustlers and they're pushing it, you can't be all dark and like sad and depressed and antisocial. Maybe you go through your waves, like I say, but we practice shifting our state of mind. And, you know, huge ingredient to that is communication. And what a lot of guys are lacking is communication. They're just lacking communication in their life. They're all isolated. I mean, for starters, you live with other guys, you're going to have 3 guys you're living with. You got to cross paths with them. You know, on certain days where I'm working a lot, I'm on the phone, I'm on the computer, simply walking the streets and walking past other human beings that are alive does something for my state of mind. Imagine living with guys that you're like, you cross each other in the kitchens. You might be, you know, exchange some words or something. Everybody's about their business, but it keeps you in check. You got to keep checking yourself. Then we have the tech of how to actually shift your state of mind. Like one of the things is just being around other people, but that's not really tech. That's just like a natural human condition. People have isolated themselves. They even go to work and they're all isolated. So just living with other people that are on a similar mindset process of you. They're looking for self-mastery in the world and in themselves. So it's like a self-reflective kind of a spiritual evolution. And then an in the world materialistic evolution, a pragmatic or a, what do you call it, secular evolution of like talking with people, winning at the game of life, succeeding in business, that stuff, the secular stuff. Both. Living with guys that are hustling at both keeps you in check, but that's not necessarily tech. The tech that AZD teaches in Alpha Academy and the higher level trainings, I mean, that's the tech of life. And his success is his proof, because all you guys, you're measuring your life with a bunch of bullshit. At the end of the day, you want quality relationships. Yes, you want quality relationships with your family and your community, but you want women. You want beautiful women. You want loyal, committed, obedient women who are okay with your life. They don't get in the way of your life. They even grow with you. That you lead, they follow, they understand the dynamic of life, they support you. My girls, they make me food. They do shopping for me. I don't have to do these mundane bullshit. You know, they're completely in line with the schedule that I need them to be on with me. And their evolution in their own time, they're studying the things that I tell them to and growing in the ways that I want them to, so that they can grow with me and become a helping hand, not a hindrance. They know about each other and they know I live the life. I go to strip clubs. I travel to faraway cities. I'm in the game. I'm not out of the game. Just because I'm with them, just because they're with me, I'm not out of the game. And they both know that. And I got a third girl who's like not really at that level of the first two. The second one isn't even at the level of the first. Nobody's at the same level. So we could say 3. I have 3 girlfriends. I don't call them girlfriends, but that to you, they're more obedient to me than all of your girls are to you. It's just what it is. And all the other things I said. And that is because I've put in my time. I've learned the mentalities and the tech from Arash, and I'm living with him. And the base operation is one of the most deep integrated ways for you men to change your lifestyle around. But how do you get there? Well, you got to start learning the philosophy. You're starting by being on this account, but these are just free sound bites put out. And you're like, well, why do I got to pay to be in it? Well, because you've paid a lot of other bullshit in your life. You're paying for clothes that don't get you any girls. You're paying for colognes that don't get you any girls. You're paying for Netflix that aren't getting you any girls. You're probably paying for a bunch of other bullshit in life, tennis shoes and extra shit. You're probably going to bars, coffee shops, whatever. That isn't getting you girls. You're going trial and error trying to get the next girl, and you've had whatever number of girls you've had in your life. And it's not about the number of girls, but the quality of those relationships is lacking. I know. I talk with hundreds and hundreds of guys around the world. You're not in a different situation. You got to gurgle some holy water, because if it has no value, you won't apply it. That's also true. When you pay attention. The fact is, AZD taught game for years for free over 15 years ago. I've given so much yoga for free, and I have so much, and it's still out there. Yes, videos, but I've given so much for free. I did so many free private lessons, so many free classes where multiple people showed up to, that I've earned the right to charge for it. And because I'm not starving. I don't need to, I don't even barely teach yoga anymore, but like I wouldn't need to compromise myself. And we don't need to compromise $97 because there's lots of guys that pay it and they're getting better. And we have tons of testimonies, and that's, so there is no apology. Then there's hundreds of AZD videos on YouTube, hundreds on my YouTube also from AZD. And there's hundreds and hundreds of clips here from AZD. There's lots of free stuff you can improve your life with. At some point, you'll be hungry for more, and then you should invest and get more. Then when you get in the mastermind and you see the group with lots of other guys asking questions, dialogue, and people improving their condition over time, you watch the recordings and all that stuff, then you'll naturally want more. And if you're in a place like UK, Vegas, Miami, Los Angeles, San Jose, these are some of the bigger hubs, New York City, Toronto. These places either have a base or they have a base that's forming, where a leader is emerging, a guy that's going to be the guy like me who puts it together, who finds the house, who finds the guys, who gets them to get their money together so they can put the down payment, pay the utilities, live together, and right away you'll start evolving so fast. And that's what you're going to be paying rent somewhere. You'll save on rent if you live with other guys, and you'll evolve way faster in this game if you can have guys to talk with about this stuff. If you have guys you can go out with about this stuff. You just got to make yourself involved. You got to commit. You got to dedicate. I was committed to wrestling before I got into this stuff. I was committed to yoga. I was committed to other things I left behind. I was so good at guitar. Nobody in my life now knows how good I was at guitar back then. And I left it behind because it wasn't paying the bills. I was so good at my PhD. People barely have a clue because I'm speaking colloquial language with them, layman's terms. I got to use all the science jargon and get it down to what you can understand. I was the best in the world as a graduate student, not as a professor, but I was the best graduate student in the world at my subject. I know what commitment is. And now I'm in IMC and I'm captain of IMC and I'm committed, and I'm the guy saying 3 girlfriends and live like a bachelor. And I live with AZD, who has 7 super fine girlfriends, other girls on the side, and lives like a bachelor. And he's teaching the world, and he's been at it way longer. And I don't know what you guys are waiting for if you're not in the program. The link is in the bio, TikTok. The links are in the descriptions, YouTube. Join up. It'll be the best $97 you've ever spent. It's at 10 a.m. every day, Pacific time. So it's right now 9:56. So in 4 minutes, class starts. I'm going to end this so I can answer any messages and whatever. I don't see too many comments, so that's fine. The link is in the description. Sign up. You know, when you sign up, you get an orientation call with me also. So for 15 minutes, I'll ask you more questions about your particular circumstances, and I can help guide you on where to get that information in all the lectures and all of the support that we have for it. $97 a month. Alpha Academy is the name of the program. Try it out. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Os.